Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video. We use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence. And if you and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, it will not stop me. A little bit of a housekeeping, guys. Please make sure if you're interested in following me or learning more about my journey, all that information about Honestly Sis is down below. You are always giving like articles like every 2 weeks. Also, if you're just interested in seeing what Honestly Sis is about before you actually sign up for it, please make sure you dive into our archive. And then the last housekeeping item is my books are back open for the end of the year. So please make sure if you're interested in booking a reading that you go ahead and check out the description box below. I have multiple options for a whole variety of pay scale. So go ahead and check that out. We have blockages reading, spiritual insights, year ahead readings, all of that good stuff. So if you're interested on working with me, make sure that you check out the description box below. If you want to do any type of donations, description box below. Make sure that you like or subscribe to this video so that more people can find us. All right, I am done. Angel number 120. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Let's get this done. Dear God, guardian angels, ancestor, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. In God's name, I pray. Ashe. We have a card that just popped out. Got one more card. We had two cards popped out. So the two cards that popped out is Gaia. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this great time of change. It's so funny because I want to say the last couple of videos that I did, I kept talking about this is a great time of change. This is a great time of change. And so for this to come out, just confirming everything that I said before. We are in a great time of change. Guys, I also want to say something. We really, Angel number 220, we really have to stop speaking about end of worlds. This world is not going to end. We will end before the world ends, okay? Mother Earth will kick us off this motherfucker before she ends, okay? So let's just not even feed into that. Instead, let's talk about rebuilding our relationship with Mother Earth, rebuilding our relationship with nature. Also, if you've ever, when I was younger, I used to be very, I told y'all, I used to go to church. They used to scare the hell out of me with all the end of times talk. I used to never watch the end. I never read Revelations because I was scared about it. And then a couple of years ago, me and my ex, we were watching, I think it was on a History Channel, and they had the Revelations brought to life or whatever. And I realized that the ending was just the beginning. And so that's the word. This bitch is not going to end. We will end before it will end. Shit's going to get crazy, but this world is not going anywhere. So let's not even feed into that. Instead, let's think about ways that we can help and assist Mother Earth. Okay? Last card that came out is signs. The universe has gently guiding. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. And so maybe angel number 315, some of you guys have been getting signs and synchronicities and ways, guidance, insights on how you can help Mother Earth. I really truly feel like God, Mother Earth, everybody is trying to set us in positions. That's why I really truly feel as though I got this yoga class. I don't think I got it because I'm just so amazing. I think I got it because God is trying to put me in position. He's trying to put his people in place so that we can help the masses. And so if you've been feeling like God has been telling you to do this, let me just say something. If you ever feel like God is talking to you, 9 times out of 10 times out of 10, God is talking to you. Okay. It's no such thing as coincidence. So if you've been feeling like, oh, I feel like God wants me to do this or focus on this more. So say, for example, for me, I've really been hyper focused on my writing, hyper focused on even looking at Honestly Sis and how I can do it better. And also realizing that, if I continue along my path, all I'm going to do is get more and more busier. So it's really starting to set my life the way that I want it to go, looking long term, thinking about what's going to help me become who I'm going to be. And so I've really been feeling like God has been helping me step into this space of really, I say it all the time, I want to be the best writer in the world. And I feel like God is putting me in positions to do that. So if you've been seeing signs and synchronicities that God is trying to help you or put you on a certain path, trust it and just allow God and Mother Earth to help you on that journey. Okay? Angel number 444. Your God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear? Give us a mantra that we can use to help us during this time of great change, or clarify this message of Gaia and signs, allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer mind. Okay, just because this kind of like spilled out, Angel number 507, in a very weird way. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. The card that came out is I am made whole by fearlessly exploring my own thoughts and feelings. As I love this because there is literally, it looks like there is like this eternal staircase, and we don't know where it's kind of going. Well, actually, it is kind of cool. It's like we have this staircase that leads to this beautiful yellow opening. And to me, it symbolizes that if you follow, or if you are willing to explore your thoughts and feelings, it will give you the insight that you're looking for, because it literally is like the staircase leads to this bright opening. And it reminds me of like it kind of reminds me of like the Hermit card. And so it's like, if you just allow, and that's kind of what I was saying, if you just allow yourself to just explore your own thoughts and feelings, then you will get that spiritual insight that you're looking for. And so to make this make sense, so like, say for example, every time I watch a movie, matter of fact, not even every time I watch a movie, I recently discovered, last year I discovered Jess Tasha here on YouTube. She does these dissections on TV shows, on movies, and unfortunately, like, she just finished her last dissection. She's not doing it anymore after P-Valley. And so every time I would listen to her work, like yesterday, the last 2 days while I was doing my hair, I was like listening to her work. And like, I was just getting like all of these feelings, and I was just getting like so excited. I'm like, oh my God, there's just so much I want to learn about, like, you know, about art, and I want to do this, and I want to, you know, like how you just get excited, or you listen to an interview and it gets you excited about life again, or you read a book and you're like, oh, this is why I want to write books. Like, when you follow that information, you follow that feeling, you follow that bliss, it's going to lead you to the information or to the insight that you want. And so Tasha, she was doing, I was literally just writing in my, cause you know, I do my morning pages, Angel number 1730. And I was talking about how, like, cause she has this really good format, you know, P-Valley came on Sundays. By Monday she would do a live show. And I want to say by Thursday, this recap was out on YouTube. So it was like, you could pay $5 to be on her Patreon and also be a part of the live show. And then, you know, it'll go out to the masses. And I was just like, damn, like, that is a really good ass format. I'm like, I low-key want to steal that. You know, like, I low-key want to like steal this idea, because not only are you getting paid for your time, because people are paying $5, but then also because these people are a part of her review, they enhance the review, and it's kind of like she has an audience and she's not really talking to herself, right? And so I'm like, you know what, I really want to do that, but it's like I didn't want to steal her format. And so I just happened, because I never finished up the P-Valley series, I finally listened to the last season finale for P-Valley, and she said she's not doing it no more. And I was like, oh, okay, so maybe now I can do it since she's not doing it anymore. And so this is why I'm just saying, like, about exploring it and like just allowing yourself to be like, oh, this will be cool if I did this, because like, allow yourself to explore it, because you never know if it's going to be a possibility. Like, I wrote in my journal, Angel number 840, oh, this will be cool if I could do this, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to step on her toes, because I respected her, and also because I wanted to be a part of whatever she was doing next. But then I realized that she's not doing it, and so now it gives me an opportunity to step into this space, right? And so this is what God is trying to get you to understand. Like, a lot of us, we won't even allow ourselves to even have that idea of, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I did this too? Because you're like, oh, I don't want to be a hater, or oh, I don't want to jack off to them, or oh, I can't possibly do that. And then we don't even continue to get to you don't even go up the stair path so that you can get to that moment of enlightenment. But because I was able to explore it, I played around with it, I was like, oh, I can't do that. Circled around, went back to it to find out that she's ending it. And now I got that enlightenment, like, oh yeah, now I can do this because she's no longer going to be in this space. You see what I'm saying? It's, again, allowing yourself. It reminds me of the very first message that I did this week about being obedient to your desires and just allowing it to lead you no matter where it may take you. Ancient number 948 45. The next card that came out is I embrace the entirety of who I am so that I may evolve into my into my highest self. And so again, this is the beauty of about exploring your feelings, exploring your thoughts, exploring your feelings, because when you actually allow yourself to feel all the things that you're feeling, those feelings, that the information that the feelings is the information. It's your body giving you information about what you want, what you desire. When you see something and you automatically feel a certain way, a lot of us try to push that away. But instead, we should be like listening to it and being like, well, why do I feel this way? So a good example of this, because I really want you to understand what I'm trying to say, is last winter, right? I would I was like walking Cuddy, and I would like walk by these houses and I would just feel sad. And I would like see these houses with like, lived in, like kids in there. Or I would see this Christmas tree and I would be sad. And like at one time I like started like crying. I'm like, why the fuck am I crying? And I realized it's because like I just have this really, really deep desire to have family. I have this really, really deep desire to have love. And it allowed me, because I kept going on this staircase, it allowed me to see like, damn, all of this pain, all of this stuff that I've been through, it's only because I wanted love. It's only any fucked up situation I ever got myself into is because I was trying to be loved and accepted. Because I was trying to get something that I thought that I couldn't have. And so me knowing that all I want is love at the end of the day. All I want is to feel love at the end of the day. By me having that awareness moving forward, I can be just a little bit more mindful. Angel number 1145. I can sit there when I'm having these moments and be like, and not even like when I'm having these moments when I am back in relationship, because this is not going to be my life forever. I'm never not going to have friends. I'm never not going to have a family. So it's like, now I know why it's so important to not lose yourself in relationships. Why it's so important for you to have your own life. Why it's so important for you to love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself and when you don't love your life, you just easily will find people and just latch onto them and like just get lost in them because you're trying to find yourself in them. And so what I realized, I'm like, I can't do that. That's the problem. The problem was I was finding these people and I was trying to find my identity through these people. I was trying to get my validation in those people. And so when those people weren't around anymore, it hurt me. And it wasn't even that I wanted that validation. What I really wanted was just love. I really just want acceptance. And I thought that because I was attached to these certain groups and these certain people that I had that. But the moment that I said, oh, I don't, this path isn't mine, I want to go be myself, all of those, that illusion of those people that I thought were my fans and my family, they went away. And it's because it wasn't really true. It wasn't really a true reflection. These people didn't love me and weren't supporting me because I was being me. They were loving me and supporting me because I was overgiving, because I was there, because I was like embedding myself into their life, because I was making their life better. But the minute that I turned around and was like, hey, can you do the same for me? It was like, girl, no, that ain't how this work. And it hurt. But it's like, I needed to see that because I have to see the truth of that. I have to see that I can't go around losing myself in relationships. It's nothing wrong with me wanting love. It's nothing wrong with me wanting companionship, but I can't do it at the expense of myself. Each time I could go back and think about times where I diss my family or diss my love, diss my partner because of an organization or because of my mentor. And now I don't even have that organization or that mentor anymore. Or the boyfriend, or, you see what I'm saying? Because I was trying to chase this thing. And number 1404. I hope you understand that. I guess I'm just trying to, even when I was in those environments, I would feel, little tings of just being like, like, especially towards the end, I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, but because I didn't know where else to go, like I knew that I wanted to be on my own, but because I felt so loyal to these people, I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I couldn't walk away. And so I just stayed and I stayed until literally my fucking appendix broke and I was in the hospital for a month. None of those people came and visited me in the hospital. And I had to face the reality that, oh, these people aren't really for me. And I felt it before. I was feeling it for a whole year before, but I just held on out of the fear of being alone, out of the fear of turning away, out of the fear of the unknown. I held on to it until I literally ended up in a hospital. God set my ass down and got me to see, hey, didn't I tell you these people aren't for you? Didn't I tell you these people don't have your back like that? And so what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you're getting these insights, you're getting these feelings, and you're ignoring it. You're trying to push it down. But if you would just listen to it, it will give you the insight that you're looking for. All right, I'm not going to keep going on and on. I'm just going to go get one tool and then wrap this message up. God, clarify this message of Gaia, signs. I am made whole by fearlessly exploring my feelings. What are you trying to get us to understand about listening to our emotions and our emotions giving us the insight that we need? Why is it so important for us to pay attention to our feelings? Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me and my viewers' mind. God, give us a tool that we can use to help us understand why is it so important to pay attention to our feelings. In God's name I pray, Ashe. One card, God. Why is it so important that we pay attention to our feelings? All right. Underneath this, we have my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. I know right away this card is saying if your dominant intent is to feel joy, is to feel, if your dominant intention is to feel joy while doing the work, your triad of attentions, freedom, growth, and joy will quickly and easily come into alignment. So again, if you cut yourself off from your feelings, then you won't know if you're feeling joy. You won't know if this is something that's truly meant for you. But if you pay attention to it, then you'll be able to easily tune in and build the life and attract the life to you. But the card that we're going to focus on is I can have money and freedom too. A feeling of being overwhelmed is an indicator that you are denying yourself access to. A feeling of being overwhelmed is your indicator that you are denying yourself access to all the manner of cooperation that could assist you if you are not disallowing it. As you begin to feel freer regarding the expenditures of time and money, doors will open, people will come to assist you, refreshing and productive ideas will occur to you, and in circumstances and events will unfold. As you change the way you feel, you access the energy that creates worlds. It is there for you. It is there for your ready access at all times. As you begin to feel freer regarding the expenditures of time and money, doors will open, people will come to assist you, and circumstances and events will unfold. As you change the way you feel, you access the energy that creates words. So what is that saying? Angel number 1801. What God is saying is that our feelings, our emotions is the energy that create world. Energy and emotions. Energy and motion. Our feelings is what's going to create the new world that we're birthing. Remember I told you if you follow your feelings, it will lead you to the insight. It will lead you to the fresh new beginning you're looking for. But if you cut yourself off from your feelings, then how could you possibly get the insight that you're looking for? So what God is saying, as this card starts, actually this card is 31, breaks down to a 4, your new foundation. The moment that you're feeling overwhelmed, the moment that you're feeling like the world is against you, you need to stop and explore it. You need to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Especially if you're on this channel, especially if you have been studying this stuff for so long, especially if you have really been trying to understand these spiritual concepts. You have to ask yourself, when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling like the world is against you, why? When you know the universe is abundant, you know you have a whole spiritual team that has your back. You know that the universe is your personal concierge service. You know that it is your joy, it is your birthright to have abundance. When you know that you can both have money and freedom too. Why do you allow yourself to get there? And so again, if you would just allow yourself to be like, oh, I'm feeling this way because of this and this and this and this and this, and you keep going, you will get to the yoke. You'll get to what really is the problem. And when you're able to get to the root of the problem, then you can look at it clearly and you can move on. I was trying to figure out, honestly, I wasn't trying to figure it out. It figured me out. Well, I was trying to figure, I guess I was in a way. I was trying to figure out, okay, this was totally different, but I was trying to figure out for the longest. I always knew since I was a little girl that I wanted to be an actress. I always knew I wanted to be in Hollywood. Since a little girl, I always had infatuations with movies. My family used to call me Little Cinderella. My mama used to talk about, oh, when you get famous, this is what we gonna do. Like, always used to have these talks. Always talked about, I'm going to college in California. I'm going to Hollywood. This is what I'm gonna do. In 2006, that wasn't even, I didn't even apply. I never even got the applications to apply for a college in California. I never even attempted to try to do that. I actually was planning to go to Clark, Atlanta, and then I happened to go on a college tour and they changed it to Spelman. I mean, and then it changed it to Hampton. But I was trying to figure out, if I knew that this is who I wanted to be, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I have the courage to do it? And so I actually explored it, and I kept looking, and I kept going, and I kept asking myself this question and being like, well, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I do it? Why did I choose the wrong major? If I knew who I wanted to be, why didn't I do it? And because I was open, and because I kept exploring it, and because I kept writing in my journal, and because I kept talking about it and looking at it, what came to me, because this is what it says here, as you begin to feel freer, people will come to assist you. Refreshing and productive ideas will occur. So again, as you're exploring your feelings, ideas, solutions will manifest in your life. And it reminds me of a car. I'm so mad that it didn't come out. The problem and the solutions are two different frequencies. If you only focus on the problem, then you can't get the solution. So as I'm trying to figure out, well, how did I get here? How did I get here? How did I get here? What came to me was inner child therapy. And I did this inner child therapy, and I looked at all of this. I had literally had it all laid out. My grandmother, my grandmama cycle, my daddy, grandmama, my grandmother cycles, my father cycles, my mom cycles. And then I saw angel number 2212, how all of that shit affected me. And I realized that an event, a moment in time that happened when I was 13 years old, my father kicking me out of the house for me standing up for myself, stopped all of that. That's why I didn't do it. Because the first time that I stood up for myself, this first time that I told my parents that I told my dad, I'm not your fucking personal babysitter. These are not my kids. I got kicked out of my dad's house and didn't have another relationship with him for 4 years. Never returned back to my father's house. Never went back to going over there every other weekend. Our relationship was fractured until I went away to college. Now, if at the age of 13 years old, the first time that you ever stand up for yourself, after having this whole life of being a people pleaser, trying to just, keep the peace, you get kicked out, then what does that say to you? In my young mind, I'm 13 fucking years old. In my mind, it tells me that if you stand up for yourself, you're going to be abandoned. That was the equation in my mind. And so when I told my mom, when I was applying for college, that I was going to be a theater major, and she told me that's not a fucking real major, you got to pick a new one, I picked a new one. Because standing up for myself equal abandonment. And so then I got into these friendships, then I got into these relationships, and I just took. Because standing up for myself equals abandonment. I would have never got that if I never explored it. I would have never got it if I never kept thinking about it and being like, well, why didn't I? Now that I'm aware of that, I can tell myself, big am can tell little am, that wasn't true. Standing up for yourself does not equal abandonment. Standing up for yourself equals empowerment. Standing up for yourself equals clarity. Standing up for yourself gives you clear boundaries. Now I can change. Now that I'm aware of where that came from, now as I enter under relationships, now that when I'm on my job and I feel something, I can speak up because I'm not that little girl no more. Last thing, I was a couple of years ago, this random idea, this random moment kept coming back in mind. I totally forgot about it, but when I was a young girl, I met this guy on this cruise, and you know how it goes. Fell in love for a night. Fell in love for a night and kind of forgot about it, right? Because I never saw him again. We ended up staying out too late, and both of our parents ended up coming to get us. And I don't know if he got in trouble. My mom was like talking shit, but I didn't really get in trouble. But he could have really got in trouble. And so I have this amazing experience with this guy, and then I never see him again. And in my mind, when I first met him, you know, when we were together, I was just trying to be cool. I didn't want to be like, oh, I like you. I was just trying to play it cool. And so I'm not asking him, oh, let me get your number. Let me do. No, I just wanted to just enjoy the night. I just wanted to be cool. And so because I was being cool and because I didn't get his number and because we didn't live in a time of social media, I never saw him again. And again, in my young mind, that equated, oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I got to chase love. Oh, I gotta go above and beyond. I gotta let all these men, I gotta let a guy know I like him. I really gotta let him know I like him. Issue number 2550. And so after that experience, I started overextending. I started chasing love. I started doing all this all because of that one moment. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You guys are living unconscious patterns because of a moment in time. But if you allow yourself to explore it, to get to the root to it, you can overcome it. All right? All right, let's move on. Let me just leave that message there because I really feel like this message is just all about speaking about the powers of emotions and how we can use that to actually get to the life that is truly meant for us. I'm actually going to go... Okay, I'm going to force myself to use these cards. I'm going to force myself to use these cards. I don't want to, but I'm going to force myself to use them. I don't know what it is about these cards. I'm going to be honest. I'm not in love with them. I am not in love with them. These are my Earth Warriors. Gaia signs, I can have money and freedom too. I am made whole by fearlessly exploring my own feelings, thoughts and feelings. I embrace the entirety of who I am so that I can evolve into my highest self. God, what do you want us to know about this message of the power of our emotions, of allowing Mother Earth and allowing our ancestors to help us? God, how does exploring our emotions lead to times of change? How does exploring our emotions attract help into our life? God, clarify this message, allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. What do you want us to know about exploring our emotions? In God's name I pray. Ashe. All right, one last shuffle. Grind. You know I grind when I pull up a change of mind. All right, we're going to take the top. Can't wait to back it up. I'm supplying the man. I'm in the man as soon as I land. Ooh. Panther. This is angel number 30, precious and rare. I believe it's the Panther. It's so beautiful. Look at all this symbolism. We got a butterfly. We know right away the butterfly symbolizes transformation along with the sun right on top of this beautiful woman's head. To me, that symbolizes enlightenment with the this mountain here, enlightenment after a time of obstacles, overcoming fears. It looked like the moon is right there. And I believe this is the flower of life down here. So beautiful, beautiful synchronicities along with the lotus flower. There's a beautiful story about the lotus flower that this card's making me want to go look back into. So let's get into this card. Underneath this is progress on the path. I feel like this is doubling down with this message of going and explore this staircase. So what God is saying is that you are progressing along your path, but what will help you progress even faster is being able to tap into your emotions. Okay? All right. So let's look at this. Our faith and optimism are not meant to make us complacent, but to encourage us to believe that our action in the world will have a positive and real effect. There are situations where your voice, your courage, and your fearless determination are needed. You will make a difference. Cast helplessness or despair aside and realize your fighter within. Fight for that which needs defending with all your heart. Do so with compassion, kindness, and mercy, but do not yield. You have the strength to handle any challenge, even the ones that intimidate you. You may feel that you are alone in the fight sometimes, but there are forces of good and spirit and upon the earth that are fighting with you, supporting you, believing in you, assisting you, and championing your success. It may not always feel like it, but you are not alone in this. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information which would allow truth and justice to prevail. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information that would allow truth and justice to prevail. Really quickly, remember, this whole card started off with us exploring, and I told y'all it's like going up that staircase, and it says there's some hidden information. So again, exploring your feelings will reveal that information. Do not give up on yourself or in spirit. When in face of impossible loss, something deep in our soul recoils in fear. It is a sign that something is not right. It is a sign that we are too attached or not trusting enough in the divine to figure everything out. It is a sign that we must pay attention, ask for guidance, and then with kindness, courage, and strength, we take appropriate action to safeguard what will otherwise perish. We are not here to be passive consumers of whatever the dominant mainstream consciousness tries to enact in the world, nor the ideologies taught by counterculture. We are here to learn, to awaken the healing power of our own minds in connection with the compassion of our hearts. We are here to become complete human beings, and through that to live, and through that to be. One second. This card is so deep. All right, I'm gonna start over. Let me focus. We are not here to be passive consumers of whatever the dominant mainstream consciousness tries to enact in the world, nor the ideologies taught by counterculture. We are here to learn, to awaken the healing powers of our minds in connection with the compassion of our hearts. We are here to be complete human beings, and through that, to be, live, and inspire loving evolution for the greater good. We are here to be the revolutionary embodiment of loving consciousness, to be the fearless, determined enactors of wisdom. We are here to offer and aspire, to rebel and refuse, to speak with wisdom, to create through how we choose to be within ourselves, and to honor the light in such a way that we protect and preserve what has real value in this world. The body, the earth, and her creatures are not illusions. Saying that they are not real is not spiritual wisdom. This is an unholy deception perpetuated to undermine the sacred activists from derailing the devastation behaviors that place profits above all else. In the Brazilian and Peruvian Amazons are known as jaguar people. Exposed to outside forces and grasp for their lands have changed their economy, introduced disease, and challenged the continuing existence of their culture. The innate spiritual right to live as they choose have been violated by short-sighted exploitations of land for financial gain. We have the power to invoke the protective and corrective divine presence through the wise use of our own free will. When we act consciously whilst praying for courage, inspiration, assistance, and protection, the action truly creates benefits, and we do not turn against each other, undermining the love and respect that we are yearning to increase on our planet. Sacred activism builds self-esteem and boosts our belief in what is possible for wise and courageous people to create together. We become unwilling to be hoodwinked, made to feel impotent in the face of injustice, destruction. Instead, we rally and we rise. We gain energy and we become fierce with divine healing energy and wise with compassion. As those who are aware enough to recognize it, treasuring what is sacred, original, and worth preserving in human culture is part of our task. One Matisse wisdom teaching is that the best way to contribute to do what one does best. There will be many who wants to stop you, yet black jaguar, a rare radiant of the panther species of South America, brings the medicine of fierceness and a willingness to act, the ability to discover hidden knowledge and unravel secrets. The Maltese and the black jaguar are rare and endangered, unique treasures upon this earth. Their presence is our consciousness reflecting a conversation taking place between our soul and the Divine Mother. She knows how to heal any ills within her realm. All we need to do is follow the urgings of our heart with confidence, and all that we need to know will be imparted so that her beautiful will can be brought to bear. Their presence in our consciousness reflects a conversation taking place between our soul and the Divine Mother. She knows how to heal any ills within her realm. All we need to do is follow the urgings of our heart with confidence. All that we need to know will be imparted so that her beautiful will can be brought to bear. And just to clarify, we started this off talking about Gaia, talking about Mother Earth. We talked about having the signs, and this is saying all you have to do is feel it. And we talked about exploring our feelings. And so this is a very simple, beautiful message, God, just showing us that our feelings, our emotions is the divine speaking to us. And if only we would just follow our heart, actually explore our feelings, then we would get all of those divine insights that are meant for us. So beautiful. Go ahead and put your hand on your heart and touch and agree with me as I say this. The spirit of the black jaguar reveals my courage, conviction, purpose, and passion. I am free from constraint. I am made ready in this moment for all moments to come by the grace of the divine feminine. I am willing to participate fully in life to take action upon the divine urgings of my heart for the greatest good. I will not be shamed in silence. I will take action every day in whatever way I can with fierce compassion in my heart and sacred rebellious fire in my belly. May divine purpose manifest through our willing talent and our faith in ourselves, each other, and the divine. May your loving kindness and creative wisdom render my actions of spiritual benefit to all beings. So be it. The spirit of the black jaguar reveals my courage, conviction, purpose, and passion. I am free from constraint. I am made ready in this moment and for all moments to come. By the grace of the divine feminine, I am willing to participate in my life, to take action upon the divine urgings of my heart for the greatest good. I will not be shamed in silence. I will take action every day in whatever way I can with fierce compassion in my heart and sacred rebellious fire in my belly. May divine purpose manifest through our willingness, talent, and our faith in ourselves, each other, and the divine. May your loving kindness and creative wisdom render my actions of spiritual benefit to all beings. So be it. The spirit of the black jaguar reveals my courage, conviction, purpose, and passion. I am freed from constraint. I am made ready in this moment and for all moments to come. By the grace of the divine feminine, I am willing to participate fully in my life, to take action upon the divine urging of my heart for the greatest good. I will not be ashamed in silence. I will take action every day in whatever way I can with fierce compassion in my heart and sacred rebellious fire in my belly. May divine purpose manifest through our willingness, talent, and our faith in ourselves, each other, and the divine. May loving kindness and creative wisdom render my actions of spiritual benefit to all beings. So be it. Ashe. And that's all the messages I have for you. Guys, I don't know what feelings you are feeling and trying to ignore, but all I ask is that you feel them, explore them so that you can get that insight that is meant for you. All right, y'all, if you made it to the end of this reading, you already know what I'm going to say. Give me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, what the fuck are you waiting for? And until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. If you're interested in getting a reading with me or want to continue to know about me and Honestly Sis, all that information is in the description box below.